If you guys want to come back early, maybe we start getting at 1 o'clock in that park on Sunday. You might want to leave the late to come see these guys play. That's why I started 7 and I started 8. All right?
Rachel was just saying I would love to leave the lake early to come to that game.
There's nothing I'd rather do than go see the true play football, and you have to tell us what'll go. Did they win?
27-21 over St. Lawrence.
27-21?
Yeah.
St. Lawrence, Chicago?
Yes.
It's a good win. Hey, do we have headphones? No headphones. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's
We'll hear each other.
Yeah. I'd rather not do headphones if we can. You guys tell me if we have to close this because there's too much noise out here, I can do it. But there's too much static.
Oh yeah, bar, wet bar, yeah, snacks. No.
We got Marty the Party coming here in any second, so be on the lookout. Mr. Chow is here. Millhouse is here.
What if you looked up and
I
you
left him at Stillings at 6.
At the time, we ask that you stand.
I agree, Rich.
Prepare for St. Benedict and please do remain standing for the playing of the
have you ever had the food there?
Yeah, it's great.
Marcel needs you. Okay.
Gracious and Holy Father, give us wisdom to perceive you, intelligence to understand you, diligence to seek you, patience to wait for you, eyes to behold you, heart to meditate on you, and a life to proclaim you, through the power and Spirit of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Yes, that's cool.
And now, please remain standing, please face the north end zone
If you can hear too much sound
for
coming
the,
from here,
for
just
the singing of the national anthem, which will be done by G. Pace, who's a senior from Oak Brook, Illinois, and Paul Spiegel, a senior from Wheaton, Illinois.
Woo! We.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Terrific trial indeed. Terrific, thank you.
Yes.
I'll do it myself.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
School Association football on Sports Broadcast Solutions. My name is Mark McAndrew. With me tonight is my broadcast partner, Rick the Body Guerin. We are broadcasting live from Benedictine University in Lisle. And tonight's game features the Moline Maroons, who are 1-0 against the 0-1 Benet Academy Red Wings. Rick, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Well, I'm going to be a lot better after this game, Mark, if we can lead off and say the 1-1 Benet Red Wings. I feel great. I feel really good about this game for the Red Wings. They had a good week of practice, from what I understand. They're back home, not at College of DuPage tonight, but they're back at Benedictine, and it's a beautiful night here for football. So looking forward to a great one.
The Maroons, a good team. Benet beat them last year, so there's going to be a revenge factor. They took on a tough St. Lawrence team earlier and beat them 27-21, while Benet took it on the chin against Noblesville from Indiana.
Yep, and that was the biggest team I had seen. I think I'd mentioned last week. That looked like an SEC football team, and Benet played really, really well and actually got better as the game went on. I think they're going to take some of that momentum this week and get ready to play Moline. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, and Benet's getting the ball first for the first time this season.
We're just about to kick off. Deep for the Red Wings, number 3, Manuel, and number 22, Takahashi. They're both standing back at their, just inside the 10-yard line. Beautiful night here in Lisle.
Absolutely ideal football conditions here, and we're really looking forward to this game.
Kicking off for the Maroons is Martell. And here's a low kick, and it's going to be, it was like a pooch kick, and Benet's going to take over at about their own 32. Great field position, Rick.
Yeah, good field position. You know, it's an interesting kick. You're really not trying to get the ball back, though. You're just trying to prevent the big run back, and that's exactly what they were doing there. So Benet's going to start off, and hopefully they can get that offense clicking. Looked really good in the second half on some drives. Mixed up the run and the pass, and they got that run game going with Lawler last week. So I think you're going to see a lot of that tonight, but I also think you're going to see them mix it up as much as they can to keep this defense off balance.
You're right. Lawler had a great second half for the Wings. Heppel really mixed it up. He threw to Walsh, Manuel, Rosanova had a catch, Takahashi had a few catches. And I think you're going to see more of that tonight. Inside handoff to Lawler. He's going to go over right guard, and he's got a nice pickup, about 5-6 yards, it looks like, Rick.
Boy, Mark, everything works better when your running game works. And to get 5 or 6 on that first drive, right up the gut, right at that defense, that's the tone that Benet wants to set. And they're playing at some pace here, you can see right away, getting right back to the line and calling the play.
Wide set. Heppel looks straight back, throws it out to Walsh. He's got a completion, and he's in Maroon territory. He's still driving. It took 3 defenders to take him down there, Rick. They're at the 42 of the Maroons, just like that.
Mark, obviously that's the guy you want to get the ball to, but they're gonna pay special attention to him, which is just going to benefit the rest of those Benet receivers.
Trips receivers out to that far side. Heppel now on a little option. He's going to keep it, and he's bottled up quickly. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't fooled by that. I don't know if that was a design play or not for the quarterback keeper there, but they're going to mark it right back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
In on the tackle for the Maroons, number 51, Robert Donaldson. He's a sophomore, Rick. 6 foot, 195. He's a big boy. Heppel now looks to his right. He's got Walsh again, completed. And look at him drive his feet, Rick. That was a great completion and yards after the catch.
You know, we saw some of this last week. He takes his shoulder, buries it down on the defender, and always gets an extra 3 or 4 yards that you didn't expect to get.
You know, you mentioned the size of this team. They've got 79. Caleb Singleton, a senior who is 6'2", 320, and he would look small compared to some of those Noblevilles kids.
Yeah, well, being here and having a week pass, he doesn't look small to me right now. The kid looks like a monster.
That was a handoff to Lawler, and he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to be third and about a yard, Rick, maybe 2.
Mark, I don't think so. I think they're calling that a first down, buddy.
Look at that. They're moving it.
I mean, I don't want
to. The marker was behind it, in all fairness. Don't give me any
Is it too early for me to say that high school refs don't like to bring out the
You
chains?
love to bring that up every game. Takahashi on that far side. Now Manuel in motion. They're going to give it to him on a jet sweep, and he's got some running room. He cuts it up, and he's knocked out of bounds after about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Very, very close to hitting the guy out of bounds on that run. You see a lot of speed there on a number 3, getting to that corner. This offense seems to be clicking right out of the gate. And again, like we talked about, that mix, when they can mix the pass and the run, have some play action mixed in there, they are a dangerous offense.
2nd and 5. Heppel from the shotgun drops straight back. He's got some time. He dumps it off. And that looks like it was number 19, Walsh again.
Yeah, but even though he was back, they're going to give it to where he caught the ball. So you got third about 2 yards here. I wouldn't be surprised. This offensive line looks like it's starting off the game really, really well if they kept this thing on the ground. But that's a long 2. And there it is, Mark. That's going to be a first down.
He's got a first down and a nice play. That was right over the right edge.
Yep. Right now, you're seeing a nice push from those front 5 of Benet Academy. They're probably happy as can be after the guys they played against last week. These guys probably do look smaller than Mark. To your
You're
point
not
earlier.
kidding. 59, Christian Slater on the tackle. Now Heppel looks to his right. He's got Manuel out in the flat, who's got some running room. Jumps out of bounds. Right at, looks like the 13-yard line.
Well, I think at the beginning of this game, what you're seeing is Heppel looks a lot more confident than he did starting last game. The ball's leaving his hand quickly. He's under control. He's identifying that receiver and firing the ball.
You got Takahashi, Manuel, inside handoff to Lawler, and I think he's got another first down, Rick.
Yeah, I do too. You can see where they are. They're inside the 10-yard line here, so chains will go down. Good start for the Red Wings.
I love the up-tempo, and you're right. They were going right to the line of scrimmage. This time they got Tyson split out way on the far side. They got Takahashi and Manuel and trips receivers to that far side of the field. He fakes the inside handoff, swings it out to Manuel, and unfortunately, it was a little high and he dropped it, Rick.
Well, that's a catch you've got to make, though, Mark. I mean, it might have been a little bit, but you had a great block there.
It was Tyson and Takahashi, I think, were making some nice downfield blocking.
A beautiful block. So he catches that ball. I think he's waltzing into the end zone.
Yeah. Well, and maybe that was the case, too. Maybe he was not, concentrating on the catch, looking forward to get in that end zone, right?
It's a nice play call, though. I really like the way these receivers are blocking downfield.
He's got Tyson in the slot on the far side. This is Walsh on the slot on the near side. Manuel is on the near side.
Watch Walsh on a post right here, Mark.
Heppel looks straight back. He looks left. Now he's going to jog over there. He unleashes. He's got a receiver open.
That's a touchdown.
That's touchdown.
That's a touchdown, Red Wings.
Touchdown, Red Wing Nation. Pat Patello, it looks like, Coach.
Well, Walsh came out, ran that post. I said, I think he's the first option. So you see the safety come over, obviously, to double him, and Patello cuts over the middle. A beautiful pass by Heppel. You couldn't have asked for a better start for the Red Wings, Mark.
No, great start. They mix the pass and the run. They move right down the field. I love the tempo. Now Patello's going to hold. Kick is up.
Beautiful start.
And it's good.
Boy.
Red Wings up 7-0.
Great start for the Red Wings.
That was Flores on the extra point. Now, I remember last week, I think it was Lawler that was trying some of the kicks, so it looks like they switched that up.
Yeah, they had some trouble last week. They missed that field goal on the first drive. I don't know if it was a kicking or a snap or even a hold issue, and you know how important the holder is.
Yes.
As a former holder, I can tell you, probably the most important position on the field.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Flores is a sophomore, though, Rick. That's important to note. And he stepped up nicely, made the extra point. So kudos to Flores.
Well, exactly the start you want. Now, the Benet defense has got to be energized, right? And the best thing they can do come out here and shut down this offense. Get our offense back on the field and really, really build some momentum.
Deep for the Maroons is number 3, Chase Stevens. Stevens also, you probably saw him at cornerback there on defense. He's back at the 5-yard line.
Chase Stevens back deep for the Maroons.
Deep kick taken by Stevens at the 7. He's at the 10, the 20, the 25, lowers his head, and he's out to the 30-yard line. Nice return.
Yeah, that was a nice return. It got to about the 8-yard line on the kickoff, 22-yard return. We've got a Red Wing down right now. I think he got his bell rung. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Back, number 20, Gabriel Godziak was shaken up on that play. You may remember Godziak played corner last week, did a great job, but it looks like he walked out under his own strength, so it looks good. Inside handoff, that's to number 4, Riley Fuller, and it's bottled up quickly.
Well, good stop. There's a name you're going to hear quite a bit is Weidenbach, who was on the initial play.
Last week, Weidenbach, Takahashi, Smith, and Petusik. You heard those names often. I think you're going to hear it a lot tonight.
I really, going back to last week, those guys were on the field a long time, and they knew they were going to run. They knew they were going to get hit, and those linebackers and defensive line, heck, all of them did an amazing job. But you're going to see different looks tonight. So you've got to be ready for that. A totally different style of play.
Sibley at quarterback. Hands off to number 10, that's Jasper Ogburn. And he's bottled up once again, maybe picked up 2 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd, and let's call it a long 6.
Early big play here for both teams, Mark. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out if you're the Maroons. And if Benet can stop them there and get their offense back on the field, that would be as good of a start as you could plan.
Sibley, he's going to roll out to his left. He's looking downfield. He's got a receiver wide open at the 40, and he's dragged down at the 30. That was number 13, Eli Taylor.
Well,
I'm sorry, Rick. That was 17, Grant Raber.
Ben Jones made the tackle on that one. You saw the secondary bite a little bit on that play action. And in a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, you've got to be disciplined. You've got to stay back on that play. If the quarterback saw him a second earlier, this is a tie game.
No doubt. Sibley, hands off.
Look at this.
Oh, look at the gang tackling. Great job by the Red Wings there. Great pursuit.
Well, that's a good answer to that 3rd and 7 play.
That was Riley Fuller on the carry, and there was no room to go there on that right side. That's going to move them back, so now it's a 2nd and 15, and they're at the Benet 35-yard line.
Yep.
Sibley under center. Pitches it right to number 20, That's Mason Woods, and it looks like we got a flag down here.
I think this one's coming back, Mark.
Taken out by John Weidenbach. There's a flag on the field. Appears to be a holding against Moline.
It looks like it may have been on number 72, Cepeda, another sophomore. So they've got a few sophomores up on this team, Rick.
Yeah, so that one's going to come back. So after the first down, you know, we talk about that play action, Mark. It's real easy for us to see how that play is unfolding when you see a play action, right? We're sitting up here, and when you're on the field and you're looking down the barrel of that, you get kind of caught up in that situation. You see it all going right, but easy to be a Monday morning quarterback from up here in the booth.
Well, and let's be honest, last week was an offense that was predominantly run. This offense, I think you're going to see more of that. So you're that defensive back or linebacker.
Here it is again.
Sibley rolls right, zips it out. He's got a nice arm there, Rick. That was a laser.
Yeah, that was a good ball. I mean, threw it towards the corner or towards that sideline. Didn't get much out of it, but you saw a little bit of that arm strength from the quarterback.
Yeah. They picked up some nice yards there. That was a reception to number 3, Chase Stevens. Stevens is their return man and also plays cornerback. So he got some yardage back, but he's still about 3rd and 16, Rick. Not a full country mile, but it's
not a country mile. It was a little early for me to use that one, Mark.
Inside handoff, and he gets back.
Boy, that's
just inside the 30.
That's a nice play.
Yeah.
That is really, really well designed. You had 3 guys there that looked like they had the ball. At one point, I thought the quarterback was still rolling out with it. They're going to keep their offense on the field here. You had about 4th and 6th, maybe 4th, and it's a long 6, but you're kind of in that no man's land here. This is a big play early in this first quarter.
Early in the game,
Yep.
You're right. Sibley is going to drop straight back. He's going to throw a fade route there to the corner. Takahashi's on him, and it's a great catch, great pass. Overall, nice job. That's to Chase Stevens. Takahashi was all over him, Rick.
Boy, you know, Takahashi hit him early, stayed with him. That is a beautiful ball by the quarterback.
Yeah,
he
was
dropped
perfectly
that
thrown.
right. It was one-on-one coverage, and it was pretty darn good coverage. Boy, that's a big 4th down play by Moline. Extra point coming.
Kirsten Bailey attempting the extra kick.
Blocked.
And it's blocked.
So, Mark, I was watching the warm-ups. I like to watch what the kicker is doing to see where they are. You saw they didn't go for that field goal there, which is the first sign. I saw a couple hit the crossbar and a couple come up short on the extra point without the defense. So, a little bit of a victory there to stop and keep the lead, but a couple of big plays by Moline.
Yeah, with 5:15 to go, it's Benet 7, Moline 6.
Now, here's where I usually get, when I go back and watch the telecast, I get bit, but it looks like we're going to have a lot of points scored in this game. So, for those of you at home who are watching, figure this is going to be like a 10-9 game.
You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions.
IHS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
19-yard line of the Maroons. Look at Walsh here on the tight. He's a tight X here. Heppel, he's going to drop straight back. He was looking for number 2 there, Tyson, but he threw it a little bit behind him.
Well, Mark, I watched the defense there. You've got a 3-man front, but you've got different linebackers that are coming in. And right now it looks like they've got the offense a little bit thrown about the different looks that they're throwing at him. And Heppel had to get rid of that one fairly quickly. Well, the defense back on the field now, it's too bad you couldn't get something out of there. They obviously didn't want to kick it from that distance, but let's see what the defense can do and see if they can get the ball right back for the Red Wings.
Sibley with the handoff over the left side, tripped up quickly, picks up maybe a yard or 2.
You know, from a running perspective right now, this defense is doing a great job. They did a great job last week. They're doing it right now.
It's a couple pass plays that
It's
we've
a
got
couple.
burned.
It's a couple of play action plays that have kind of opened it up. But that touchdown pass they had last time was a beautiful ball.
Sibley under center. Takes a snap. He's going to keep it over that right side with an option. He cuts it up. He's got some running room. And he's going to be dragged just short of the first down, Rick.
Yeah.
Did a nice job. He faked that outside pitch,
Yep.
cut it up nicely, planted his right leg, and moved upfield.
Boy, I thought he was one play away from taking that to the house. That was a nice look.
3rd and 1 for the Maroons.
Third and short. Sibley under center. Hands off over the left side. And he's got a first down, Rick.
Yeah, there was no way that one was going in the air, right? They were going to
That was number 4, Riley Fuller.
put that one right up the middle.
Brendan Smith on the stop, but not before a Maroons first down.
Number 24, Brendan Smith, also had a lot of tackles last week. Made the tackle on that play. Sibley with an inside handoff. Now he kicks it out left. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Gets to about the 41-yard line. That was number 4, Riley Fuller. They've called his number a lot so far tonight, Rick.
Yeah, they're giving this defense a lot of different looks. I think since that first drive on both sides, early for their offense and certainly on the other side, they have thrown some different looks at the Red Wings, and Benet's going to have to make some adjustments.
Pablo Perez coming in for number 4, Riley Fuller, giving him a break. Inside handoff again.
Well,
looks like Weidenbach in on the tackle.
Weidenbach pushed the blocker back into the play, and the running back actually ran to the backside, it looked like, of the Maroon.
3rd and 1. 15 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
Looks like they're going to let the clock run, Mark. I don't think they're going to take get a playoff.
Now in the quarter with the score.
So at the end of the first quarter, it's Benet 7, the Maroons 6. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede.
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swam 50 breast, 50 free and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital.
3rd and 1 for the Maroons. Sibley looking to his left. Now he's under center. He's going to give an inside handoff to number 4, and that's Fuller.
Riley Fuller on the carry.
He went right over that right side.
Maniac on the stop.
Maroons very happy to jump up and announce first down, Rick.
Well, I was watching the far side, and that guy had given him the first down before that ball was even spotted. So took away a little of the suspense on that play, Mark. I'm not going to lie to you.
Sibley, he's going to roll out to his left. He's got some time. Now he throws it downfield. He's got a receiver open. And they're going to call interference.
It was Jones, number 8.
21, John Ninehouse. There's a flag on the field.
Jones reached out with that right hand at the last second, I think.
Well,
I don't know if that
actually,
was really
Mark,
interference.
I don't think it was. I think the issue was, I don't know if his head was turned around when the ball was there, and it was right in front of the official. It was tough for us to tell from up here, but that's going to be a first down for the Maroons.
Sibley gives it to Fuller over the right side. He's hit quickly by Patusik and Godziak, I think.
Brendan Smith on the stop. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for Moline.
Van Summeren here on this near side. He's playing defensive end.
They're packing it in again, Mark.
You got Cerniak on that far side. Slot goes in motion. He gives it to Fuller over the right side. He's got a little bend. And he's bottled up there. Takahashi's bringing him down at the last bit there.
Really close to getting that behind the line of scrimmage, but a second effort there. Got about 1.5 yards, 2 yards. Now you got 3rd and a long 5. This is a big play. I personally think we're in 4-down territory, the way that they're moving the ball. But a play action here, you just got to be careful. That safety has got to be cheating over.
Sibley under center. He's got Fuller right behind him. He's been the workhorse on this offense. And they give it to right up the gut to Fuller.
And there's Weidenbach again. Boy, Weidenbach just hits like a truck, doesn't he? I mean, he comes through and he bends guys backwards into the play. This is a really big play, Mark.
Smith's been coming up and making some big hits. Weidenbach's been there. Van Summeren was there to clean up.
Mark, watch this. This is going to be that pitch play. The quarterback's going to either keep it or pitch it out here.
4th and 2.
They're going to keep it in his hands, is my guess, though.
Fuller's directly behind him. He's got a slot in motion. Now he pitches it out to the far side of the field.
That's it. That's a stop.
Oh, look at the game.
Boy, that's a terrific play.
Brendan Smith was there, followed by 3 other guys.
It looks like Weidenbach finished it off, but the play was made by Smith initially, keeping that back, allowing the Red Wing defense to come up and stop the play. That's a huge stop for the Red Wings. 9:23 left. Let's get that offense back on the field.
Mason Woods on the carry, and I got to tell you, what I was most pleased about was the gang tackling. You know, we talk about that all the time, and I love the fact that it wasn't just one guy trying to wrestle him down. It was 3-4 guys that finished off that.
That initial play, though, made him didn't allow him to cut the ball up and get that 3 yards. He was forced to go outside and stopped.
Heppel at his 30. Patello goes in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. He's got all sorts of pressure. I don't know if that's a pass. It looks like a fumble. And it is. It's number 8. Hyson Bayboul.
Moline touchdown.
You know, it looked like Heppel was trying to make something out of nothing, and he lost control of the ball when he brought it up to throw it. He had a similar play last week where it looks like he lost a grip on that ball, Rick, and it looks like we had it again there.
At a certain point, when you don't have time, you just got to you got to go down and turtle. You got to get down. I don't know where he came from, but boy, that took a perfect bounce for the Maroons.
Here's Kirsten Bailey with the extra point. That kick is up, and it's good.
Kirsten Bailey with the point after makes the score. Moline 13, Benet 7.
That's a really tough break for the Red Wings. You have a nice
they made
stop
a big
here
stop, exactly.
in the first play. Again, they're looking to pass on that first down. That first drive of the game, we came out, mixed up the run and pass really nicely, kept that team off balance. There must have been some adjustments on the defense that we're not seeing.
You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Taken at the 32-yard line, at the 35, maybe 36. And I'm going to point out something to you, Rick. It's getting a little chippy out there between the two teams. There's been a couple extracurricular pushes and shoves, and there was one just on that last play.
Yeah, and you see with a short kick like that, the kickoff team was trying to rip that ball free, right?
Yeah.
And if you've ever had a kickoff return or had the ball like that, that's not what they want to have happen to them. That kid's not used to getting the ball. Nice job holding the ball. Let's get the offense rolling right now.
Yeah, nice long drive. Let's take the lead again. 9:09 left to go in this first half. The Maroons are leading 13-7 over the Red Wings. Heppel drops straight back. He's going to hit Manuel, who's got some blockers in front of him. He's at the 40.
If he can get outside, oh, wow.
The 45, and he's dragged down. He's got a first down. Not after a pickup of about 12 yards, Rick.
Nicely designed play. Midfield first down. You know, he's a game breaker. You can see when he gets the ball, he's going to do something.
Love Manuel. He's a great kid, and he's got a lot of speed. He reminds me of, remember Kai's? The slot back we had.
Ended up at Dayton.
Yeah, very similar.
Cousin with a good family friend, the Huttons.
Oh, love the Huttons.
There you go.
Heppel, inside handoff to Lawler. He's over the left side. He actually ran into Patello, but not after a nice pickup, Rick.
Well, that's what we want to see more of, Mark. I mean, there's that balance we were talking about that really works for this offense.
8:31 and the clock's rolling. Benet inside the Maroons' side of the field. They're at the 43-yard line. Here's Manuel in motion. They fake the jet to him. He dropped straight back. Now he's got a receiver streaking down the field. That's Patello, and he's got a catch.
That's a beautiful catch.
Oh, my goodness. What a catch. What a pass.
That is unbelievable. I'll tell you what, he made an amazing catch last week. Another great catch by Pat Patello, older brother of Nick Patello, part of the Naperville Saints.
Love the Patello family. Great athletes, good
Boy,
kids.
that's a big play. And you know what? That got this crowd back into it.
8:04 left to go in this first half. Heppel hands off to Lawler. He cuts back. He spins. He's still driving his feet. Not much there, Rick.
They had that ball bottled up pretty good, but I like the play call, Mark. Listen, you've got 3 more downs to get the ball in. This is Walsh territory. And I don't think he's in right now.
I think he is. He's a slot, an H-back. He's just inside
I got
the
it.
left tackle.
Yep.
You see him?
Thank you.
Now he's going to swing it over here. There's no room, and he's just nailed. That was Manuel.
Well, and you see Patello right now saying that's a fake and he's wide open. They read that, but left Patello open in the corner of that end zone. That's a play that doesn't allow a lot of timing to check off receivers.
Rosanova checking in for the Wings. This is a 3rd and 10. 3rd and goal from the 10, Rick. Rosanova's in the slot. Tyson's over here to the near side. He's got Pierce Walsh on that far side. Keep an eye on him. He's got some heavy pressure. He rolls left, throws to the corner, but that's short, Rick.
And it looks like he was looking for, that looks
I think
like
it was
Rocky.
Rosanova, yeah.
Yep. So they're going to bring the field goal team out here, Mark, and get some points on the board. 6:40 left. Boy, you have a big play down there to Patello. Offense is clicking, and that defense stepped up. That was a great hit on that play 2 plays ago.
Flores, the sophomore. Patello's the holder. He's going to be holding it at the 17. That makes it a 27-yard field goal, and we've got some whistles here, Rick, and it's like a flag, a legal motion.
I think there's some movement here, Mark. Unless the guy lined up off sides.
Give me on the D. Give me on the D, Rick. And it looks like it is. It's encroachment on the defense. That's going to move it up 5 yards, Rick. Do you go for it now?
Absolutely not. I'm still kicking. I really think you got to get some points out of this possession, Mark. I think a field goal here is great.
Now he's on the 12, which makes it a 22-yard field goal. Kick is up. And
okay.
That's good, Rick.
You know, I think Coach New made the right move there. I think what you can't do is come away with nothing, let up another score before the half, knowing they're getting the ball.
In the second.
And they put it on. That puts a lot of pressure on your defense. It puts a lot of pressure on your entire team. But that's a big, big play. So you've stopped them a couple of times here. Your defense is playing great. You got a pass interference call, a beautiful touchdown pass, a play and a play action that got him a lot of yards. But other than that, this defense is really come to play. So, you got to stop. You're still going to get the ball back if you can stop him here.
Right. Plenty of time left to go in this first half. 6:36. Benet down 13-10.
Mark, I don't know if you know, they must be doing some work here on the field because there's a lot of construction workers in the stands tonight. So I don't know if they're looking at putting a dome on this for the later months. It does get cold here in October, but a lot of construction workers here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Rick's
at Benedictine.
Really poor attempt to make a joke because it's construction night here for the student section. So it is a full yellow out with yellow vests and yellow construction
Folks,
hats.
It's only poor if you didn't laugh.
Here's Flores, who had that nice field goal, kicking off. Nice end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded at the 10. Now he's at the 20. He's got some running room to the outside, and he's going to get back to about the 32. So great field position for the Maroons. That was a nice return.
That was a nice return. A very patient kick returner there as he waited for those blocks to form on the far side of the field. You've dressed like a Village People once or twice in your life, so I would say you probably feel right at home here.
I'm not going to even touch that one, Rick, so let's just keep
Let's
the game.
keep on moving here in the second quarter, 6:29.
1st and 10. The Maroons take over at their own 33-yard line. Sibley under center. Now he's going to give it to that slot back coming around. And who's there? Weidenbach wraps him up for a loss.
Well, Mark, Weidenbach has been on varsity since he's a freshman. He's always been a great player. He stepped up. I watched him on that play. He stepped up first from the middle linebacker position, came over and somehow made the play and threw the guy back. He is having an outstanding first half.
The refs gave him the forward momentum for a gain of 2. After Weidenbach was done with him, he was about 3 yards behind there.
Mark, sometimes the message is enough to have that guy think about what he's going to do next time he runs into number 9.
Sibley fakes it to Woods, and now he's going to roll left. He's going to look over in the flat, but there was really good coverage there.
Great coverage all around. They had that sniffed out. That's worked a couple of times for them, but a nice job by the defense sniffing that play out.
Cerniak on the coverage. Nice job there by the Benet.
Well, here's the 3rd and long. This is a big play.
Big play because Benet could still get the ball back with some time
there's
before
tons
the
of
half. Yeah.
5:43 in a high school game is a really long time.
Now, if history repeats itself, they love to run fuller or they love to pick on that far side of the field on a pass. And they jumped.
We're going to get a quick 5 here, Mark, so whatever they were going to call.
Noah Mayhew, a senior, was really eager to pull and get out to the outside. So I have a feeling that was going to be some type of sweep to the outside.
I'm glad you said that because I was convinced that was going to be a run play there too.
Yeah.
They were looking. That might change a little bit what they do, but it certainly looks like that to me based on the formation.
3rd and 13, maybe 3rd and 14. Slot goes in motion. Inside handoff. I think that was
Beautiful.
Woods, and it's bottled up quickly.
Beautiful. Well, here comes the punt unit, and this is the first punt we'll see by the Maroons today.
Patusik and Weidenbach. Once again, we told you those names were going to be called a lot. They wrapped them up.
This is the 2nd week in a row I've been impressed with this defense, the way they step up.
Takahashi deep for the Red Wings. He's backing up. He's going to be about the 34-yard line of the Wings. Snap.
Wow.
Here's the kick. Takahashi's going to let it go over his head. It's going to take a nice bounce for the Maroons.
Well, Lawrence Van Summeren there came in and absolutely tattooed that blocker.
Did he?
Who came in. I mean, he really came in there strong. Great hit by number 6. And, you know, that's a tough play, right? It's over his head. Do you go back and try to make a really tough catch on that, or do you make sure you get the ball with 4:49 here left?
Van Summeren, also on the basketball team. I'll keep going. All right, 19 Walsh here. You see him, he's like a H-back or a slot back up there just behind the left tackle. Inside handoff to Lawler. He's going to find Walsh and he's going to trail right behind him. It's almost like he's a lead blocking back. You see that? I've noticed that. They hand off to Lawler, he goes right, then he cuts left as soon as he gets to the line of scrimmage, and he's almost got that lead blocker.
That's 3.5, 4 yards, right? You're moving it out there a little bit. You're putting Walsh in different positions to keep the defense moving.
Heppel fakes that handoff, rolls right. Now one loads it
There's
downfield,
Botello.
and he's got Botello, and that's a first down Red Wings.
So number 8, Mark, and I don't have my my sheet in front of me, but he was the one who had the punt, or I'm sorry, the defensive touchdown, the scoop and score. He was coming at Heppel hot.
Hyson Bay Buey.
And I saw him video YouTube before the season, and he was very, very high on their season prospects this year.
Heppel looks left immediately. That's Tyson, and he's got another 6-7 yards, Rick.
That's a good ball, and you know, Botello was just in front of him, didn't go for that ball, realized that receiver was there.
Right.
Because when he put his hands down, I don't know about you, but I got a little nervous.
2nd and about 3. 3:46 left to go in this first half. The Maroons leading 13-10. Heppel has got Lawler to his left, takes the snap, hands off to Lawler. He's going to follow it to right. He's got some running room.
He's got it.
He's at the 40.
There's the block.
The 30.
That's it.
He's got Walsh in front of him. Cuts back. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown Red Wings. Touchdown Red Wing Nation. Michael Lawler.
Outstanding run by Michael Lawler. Great job blocking downfield by the Red Wings. We are back in lead.
You're right. Lawler led his blocking set him up, and he didn't get too aggressive. He waited for Walsh to commit to the block, and then he cut back that one last time. Great job by Lawler. Great downfield blocking by the
outstanding run. Great play. The line, the receivers, everybody participated on that play. That was a team touchdown. Great extra point. 17-13 Red Wings. Putting some points on the board.
Patello with the hold, Flores with the kick. Benet up 17-13. And we'll go to a break right now. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions. Pull on the cord, Rick. Rick, when you take the cord, I'm like.
For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
We're back for the Maroons. Floor is ready to kick for the Red Wings, who've just taken a lead with 3:25 left to go, and that's got the student section riled up, Rick.
Yeah, everybody's fired up. That was an outstanding run. This crowd was electric.
Fuller at the 5, the 10, the 20. He's got some running room. He gets knocked out. This is the first time they didn't start at the 30. He's knocked out at about the 27-yard line.
Listen, they spread that out really, really nicely. Everybody kept in their lane, made sure they kept their position, got the guy out of bounds. 3:19. You'd love to see another stop here if you're the Red Wings.
Number 5, Sibley, has got Fuller behind him. Hands it off to Woods, who's got a couple blocks, but he's wrapped up and brought down.
Mark, you mentioned it earlier, but this team defense, the way they go to the ball carrier, 1, 2, 3 guys always around the ball.
Takahashi cleaned it up, but in for the Red Wings to start that was 32, I think, Rick. David Cerniak, great stop, great tackle. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in this first half. 2nd and 13 for the Maroons. This time he's going to drop straight back, dumps it off. That's to number 3.
So, Mark,
Chase Stevens.
Big play here. I don't think they're going to pass the ball. They know they're getting the ball at halftime. So, do you want to give Benet another shot at the end zone? Well, Bennett's going to force
their timeout. Yeah, that's a good call.
I like that call because you weren't going to see the Maroons in any hurry there to get the ball.
That's a great call.
Call it now, put it back on them. I still think you're going to see them run the ball on this play unless you've got a play-action play that really is going to stun the defense.
Well, look, it's Riley Fuller has been their main, besides those 2 passes, it's been Riley Fuller show. So look to Fuller on maybe a sweep. You know, that last time when they got the penalty with the left guard pulling, I wouldn't be surprised if it's something to that wide side of the field going to Fuller.
Yeah, they don't want to go out of bounds, right? So they're going to go wide side. You're going to see it happen. But I do think they're going to probably keep this on the ground, make Benet burn a second timeout.
I would be really surprised if they threw it here.
They got a guy lined up on that wide side, Mark.
Woods and Fuller behind Sibley. He's going to keep it. He's going to roll out left. He's got a little running room. Now he throws it over the middle of the field.
Boy. That's a break for the Red Wings. A tough pass to make. He's going across his body.
Scrambling. He's got somebody chasing him. There's
it's a
no
really
doubt.
tough pass. But that stops the clock for the Red
I was
Wings.
just going to say, it's a best case scenario for the Red Wings. Incomplete pass stops the clock, and now they've got a punt with 2 minutes, 14 seconds left to go.
Benet should here end up with some decent field position.
Takahashi back. He's standing at about the 39-yard line.
Mark, our kicking game looks really good. I would love to see, get in field goal range here and have a shot at this. And there's Van Summeren again.
High kick. Takahashi's going to fair catch it. He's going to be
at the 40.
Stopped at the 40. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Wings. 2:08 left to go in the first half. And to your point, since we're kicking off to the Maroons to start that second half, would love to get a score right before half.
Yeah, sometimes you go into a half with the lead and you're happy with it, you're content. Here, they're getting the ball. Mark, just one thing to remember, though. Moline only has one offensive score in this game.
Yes.
Right? I mean, they had the beautiful pass, so they've let up 6. They've gotten 6 points on offense in this game.
Well, I know I've said this before, but to make this offense go, you got to look at Dentis, Guerin, Porcelli, Biganis, and Rhodey.
Yeah, I think they had that one drive where they gave some different looks, but they've done a really nice job the last 2 times Bennett's had the ball.
Apple looks immediately to his left. He's got Tyson, who really made a nice run after the catch.
He fumbled the ball.
No, they stripped it out of his hands after he was down. Oh, the other ref calls from the other side of the field, calls it a strip, but the ref right here on the sidelines does not call it, Rick. How do you do that? How in the world does the ref who's directly in front of it not call it, but the other guy does? That's garbage.
Well, I'm a little speechless watching. The official right in front didn't make the play, but he stripped it, and the defender did end up with the ball. Now, whether they called him down or not, he did not overturn what he saw. That's a terrible break for Benet.
Sibley to Woods over the left side. Does a little stiff arm. He gets wrapped up.
Mason Woods on the carry, brought down by John Weidenbach.
Well, this is another situation, Mark. I don't think you're going to see them attempt a field goal unless they get inside that 10 or 15-yard line. So what they do on this play will be a big decision on how they run the clock.
1:38 left to go in the first half. Clock is rolling. Inside handoff. He bounces off right. That's Fuller. He's got some running room out to this outside.
He's out of bounds. Yeah. That whistle's got to be faster. Well, if I'm Bennett's sideline and I see what number 4 just did on that play, I'm remembering that on defense.
You got to wrap up, right? That's the moral of that story. They had him behind the line of scrimmage. He broke free and bounced to the outside and got about another 15.
I was talking a little bit more about the showboating here, giving yourself a first down.
Well, I told you he loves to announce the fact that he gets a first down.
Quad City football.
Hand off to Woods over the left side. He's got some running room over there. Gets to the outside, and he's tackled down inside. Inbounds, I should say. Now it looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Brings up a second down and 3 for Moline. There's a timeout on the field.
Number 24, Smith on the tackle for the Red Wings. They look a little tired, Rick.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I thought that on the previous play, but on that play, they did. They came outside and, quite honestly, didn't get to that corner as fast as they were earlier on defense. Well, two big turnovers in this game. You got up the scoop and score.
In this first half, Benet leading 17-13, but Moline is driving. This time, handoff to Fuller over the right side. He's got some blockers in front of him. Patusik and Weidenbach in on the tackles, but not until he gets a first down. It looks like it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line with just over a minute left to go in this first half. Sibley's got Fuller right behind him.
There's a fumble.
Fumbled it.
We got it. Benet got the ball.
And John Weidenbach scoops it up, saving a really big drive here and potential touchdown.
Well, you know what? It looks like the quarterback just dropped the ball, Mark. I didn't see him get hit.
No, I don't think. I think it was maybe a bad exchange.
It was an exchange issue.
And Weidenbach just came flying in from that A gap and scooped it up.
Here's what I look at, Mark. You get one play. You get one play to see what you can do. You get some yardage. You get out of your own side of the field. Then maybe you think about trying to score. Otherwise, I think you go into the lead with a half. Everything I said before, I take it back. I take it back because you don't want to make a mistake down here.
Heppel, inside handoff to Lawler. He's got some running room.
Yeah, Mark, that's all you're going to see here.
He picks up about 6 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 4, and they're going to let this clock run out.
Yep, I think so, and I think that's the right call. Your defense is playing great. Go into halftime with the lead. And your offense is playing well. You've got, two freak plays here.
You're right. 2 freak plays, 2 turnovers that really set them up. It's going to take the snap. Another inside handoff to Lawler. Now he's going to bounce it out right. God, I love the way that kid runs with the ball. First down, Red Wings.
No, they're going to go in. Coach New just took his headset off, and he's walking towards the end zone. That clock stops at first down, then it goes. All right.
So that's going to conclude the first half. Benet leading 17-13. We will come back in the second half. You're watching Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede.
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede.
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
My name is Michael Shear. I'm a board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeon. I grew up in Batavia, which is not too far from here. I've been practicing oral surgery for 15 years. I love what I do. I love getting patients through a difficult time.
I'm Christine Crary, and I'm from Wheaton, Illinois. For several years, I just ignored the problem and finally decided to do something.
My name is Helen, and I am from Naperville. My story began when I was 10 years old. I was told I was not a candidate for implants due to the bone loss that had come through all the surgeries and root canals.
For me to be able to connect with the patients, encourage them, have them acknowledge their own fear, and be able to get through it, and then at the end of it feel better.
I think the biggest part for them was they had to get through my self-esteem. And he convinced me and he walked me through and showed me the whole process of how I absolutely could have a beautiful smile someday.
That's what I love about doing this, is being able to have someone come in and then we release them back into the world feeling better about themselves.
Yes, absolutely. I would recommend Dr. Shear and his entire staff.
For the first time since I was 10 years old, I'm able to open my mouth. I have full confidence in being able to speak and talk and smile and laugh. I want you to know this was the most amazing journey I've been on, and I am forever grateful for my beautiful smile.
It's October 23rd, 2005. The Chicago White Sox are hosting Game 2 of the World Series against the Houston Astros. Tied 6-6 in the bottom of the ninth inning. Leadoff hitter Scott Podsednik is at the plate, and while Podsednik went to the All-Star game earlier this season, Sox manager Ozzie Guillen is definitely not anticipating a walk-off home run finish to this particular ballgame. The Sox lead 1-0 in the series, but a potential 2-0 series edge, or the game potentially going into extra innings, is just a taste of the drama both teams have experienced lately. This is just the second World Series game in Astros franchise history, and for the White Sox, last night's Game 1 win was the ball club's first World Series victory since Game 5 of the 1959 Fall Classic. Houston, meanwhile, is still looking for its first ever World Series win. Therefore, a lot is riding on this 2-1 pitch, so let's rewind. Scott Podsednik, sometimes known simply as Scotty Pods by fans of the Southsiders, is starting to become a fan favorite. The White Sox had a formidable lineup of Carlos Lee, Bagley Ordonez, Paul Konerko, and Frank Thomas going into the 2005 offseason, but after finishing in second place to those pesky Minnesota Twins in 3 consecutive seasons, General Manager Ken Williams pulled off one of the biggest blockbuster trades in Chi Sox history by dumping Lee's contract to the Milwaukee Brewers and acquiring the speedster in Podsednik. Just like that, Williams dumped a 30-homer, 100 RBI guy for the relatively unknown commodity in Podsednik. The theory was Podsednik would help bring a new dimension of speed and small ball mentality to the Sox. Williams wanted to change the direction of the franchise with a speedy and up-and-coming ball player who could frustrate opposing pitching staffs on the base pass, similar to what the Twins were doing with Lou Ford, Torrey Hunter, Luis Rivas, and Christian Guzman. And Williams' bold trade turned out to be a great one. The first half of the season saw Podsednik steal 4 bases in a game on 2 different occasions, with Scotty Pods making the All-Star team as the final vote candidate. His batting average hovered around 300, and he stole 59 bases for the Sox. The trade was still good for Milwaukee, as Lee finished with a career-high 32 home runs and 114 RBI. But the Brewers missed the playoffs in 2005, while the Palehosers won just their 4th division title since playoff reformatting went into effect during the late 60s. Williams actually changed the entire White Sox lineup. Frank Thomas was out most of the 2005 regular season and postseason due to a bone fracture. Ordonez signed with the Tigers during the 05 offseason. Jermaine Dye became the everyday right fielder, and Williams brought in 30-year-old Japanese rookie Tadahito Iguchi become the everyday second baseman and 2-hole hitter. Iguchi became a key cog in the Sox lineup, with his 3-run homer in Game 2 of the ALDS against the Boston Red Sox being the climax of a very impressive 3-game sweep at the hands of the defending champions. Everything was different about this White Sox team. The mantra became win or die trying, as White Sox small ball, or Aussie ball, as was sometimes referred to in the Chicago Sun-Times and Chicago Tribune, became the team's identity. Instead of Lee cranking dingers to left field, Podsednik would steal bases, Iguchi would get him over, and Jermaine Dye or Paul Konerko would drive him in with the crucial RBI hit. However, the average baseball fan wanted to call it. The Sox overcame the odds and stopped the Twins from winning a 4th straight AL Central crown. But the White Sox actually had to go toe-for-toe, tick-for-tack with the Cleveland Guardians to see who would represent the AL Central in the playoffs. It was a crazy year for the Sox. By August 1st, the Palehosers were up 15 games on the Cleveland Guardians. Incredibly, that lead became a meager 1.5 games as the Guardians went 19-8 during the month of August. A turning point for the White Sox came on September 20th against Cleveland. Joe Creedy's walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th increased the White Sox division lead to 3.5 games. It was a 2-win swing, and it gave the White Sox enough breathing room for them to hold for the division crown. Even more interesting, Cleveland missed out on the postseason entirely after its amazing run. The Guardians/Indians lost 6 of their last 7 games, allowing the Red Sox to sneak in as the wild card representative. It was a tough pill to swallow for Indians fans, as this team went from a 48-47 record to almost upending the Sox for the division pennant. Instead, the Indians missed out on the playoffs for yet another year, their 4th straight season without a playoff appearance. The White Sox cruised past the aforementioned Red Sox, but the ALCS was a slightly different story. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim won Game 1 in Chicago, with Podsednik and catcher A.J. Pierzynski getting caught on stolen base attempts. Game 2 was a game to remember, as it was just a 1-1 tie with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. With 2 strikes on him, Pierzynski swung at a splitter out of the strike zone. The White Sox starting catcher thought the ball hit the dirt, and without instant replay in effect, home plate umpire Doug Eddings awarded first base to Pierzynski via the drop third strike. It honestly looked like a bad call by Eddings on replay, as Angel catcher Josh Paul clearly seemed to have caught the ball. It was new life for the Sox, and they wouldn't relinquish the opportunity. Pablo Ozuna pinch ran for Brzezinski. Greedy had a walk-off double, and the Sox dominated the Angels in Anaheim by each of their 3 starting pitchers, John Garland, Freddie Garcia, and Jose Contreras, all throwing complete games. The White Sox won all 3 games in Anaheim to enter the Fall Classic in more than 4 decades. It all started with a controversial drop-third strike allowance by Eddings. If not for the drop-third strike, the Angels could have won in extra innings and been up 2 games to nothing. Oh, the days of no-instant replay. Some nicknamed the White Sox the curse of the Black Sox, as the Sox have only played in 1 World Series since the infamous Black Sox gambling scandal. That is, until 2005 began. And to put salt on an open wound, Chicago's defeats in the 1983 and 1993 ALCS were to the eventual World Series winners in the Baltimore Orioles and Toronto Blue Jays. But times might be changing as the White Sox eliminated their curse of the Bambino by winning the Fall Classic just last season. The White Sox are now up 1 game to nothing with a golden chance to win its first World Series since 1917. In fact, the Sox have not won more than 2 World Series games since 1919. But the Astros are also a Cinderella story. Since joining Major League Baseball as the Houston Colt 45s, the Astros entered the 2005 season without a single World Series appearance. Prior to 2005, the Astros were basically major choke artists come October. In 1980, the Philadelphia Phillies won the Fall Classic, but it could have easily been Houston. Back then, the NLCS was only best of 5, and Houston led 5-2 of Game 5, entering the top of the 5th at the old Astrodome. Philly scored 5 runs in the top of the 7th. The Astros would tie the score at 7 with a late 2-out rally, but Gary Maddox's go-ahead RBI double in the top of the 10th became the game winner, as Houston couldn't mount another comeback after going down 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the inning. It was heartbreaking for the Stros as they had Nolan Ryan on the mound in this do-or-die Game 5, but Ryan gave up 6 earned runs through his 7 innings of work. Philadelphia went on to win the 1980 World Series, a team which Houston had on the ropes during the National League Championship Series. Because of the 1981 player strike, there was a division series in the postseason. Houston won the second half of the year, so they got to face off against Los Angeles. The Astros won the first 2 games of the NLDS, but the 2-3 format allowed LA to host all 3 elimination games, and the Dodgers won a perfect 3-for-3 at Dodger Stadium. The Astros went ice cold to plate as the Stros scored a mere 2 runs during all 3 games. And if you can believe it, the Dodgers went on to win the 1981 World Series. The 1986 NLCS was just as bad, if not more gut-wrenching for the Astros faithful. Mike Scott, the ace of the Astros pitching staff, was the NLCS MVP despite his team's losing effort. Dave Smith was anything but automatic as the Astros closer. Up by a run during Game 3 at Shea Stadium, he gave up a 2-run digger to Lenny Dykstra, propelling the Mets to a thrilling 6-5 walk-off victory. The Astros trailed 3 games to 2 as the series headed back to the largest city in Texas. Theoretically speaking, Scott was so dominant in the series that Houston just had to win Game 6 to allow Scott to pitch in a winner-go-home Game 7. Bob Knepper was Houston's starter in Game 6, and he pitched 8 scoreless innings. But he showed signs of fatigue during the top of the 9th, and after he gave up 2 runs in the last inning of regulation, manager Hal Lanier decided to give Smith another shot at closer. Smith just flat-out stunk most of the series. He walked the first 2 batters he saw, paving the way for Ray Knight to drive in the game-tying run on a subsequent sacrifice fly. It was a crushing collapse as the Astros were 2 outs away from forcing Game 7 with Scott on the mound. The same Mike Scott who had an ERA of .5 and walked just 1 batter during his combined starts in Games 1 and 4. The Astros fought hard the rest of the game. After the Mets scored a run on the top of the 14th, Billy Hatcher kept his team's season alive with a game-tying homer off the left field foul pole. But it wasn't meant to be for Houston as the Astros gave up 3 runs in the top of the 16th. The Astros scored twice in the bottom half of the inning, but bullpen arm Jesse Orasco eliminated the extra inning rally by striking out Kevin Boss with a runner on second. After all that hard work, the Astros season ended in an MLB playoff high 16 innings. For the 3rd straight time, the team who defeated the Astros in the playoffs went on to win the World Series as the Mets defeated the Red Sox during the '86 Fall Classic. From 1987 until 2003, the Astros never got any closer to a World Series appearance, and the Astros almost relocated to Virginia as former owner Drayton McClain seriously considered selling the team to William Collins. The Astros played in Houston after Collins couldn't get a stadium in place, and Houston voters responded positively to a stadium referendum.
All right. About to kick off for the Red Wings, and he does a little high pooch kick. It's going to be fielded at the 27, now the 28, 30, stopped at about the 32-yard line. Smith in on that tackle. Brendan Smith has been making a lot of tackles tonight. Rick, him, Patusik, Weidenbach. Those names I've said a billion times tonight.
Listen, it's been a really, really good effort by this defense. They only got up to one touchdown here in the first half. It's a 17-13 game. Both teams look sharp. This is a very, very exciting high school football game. Let's set the tone here starting the second half with this defense, though. It'll be interesting to see if they come out, Mark, and try to do a little bit more of that sweep to the far side, because that seemed to be getting them some yards towards the end.
Some larger chunks of yardage at that sweep to the outside. He's going to drop straight back, and now he's going to look over the deep side of the field. He's got, that was number 3, Chase Stevens, and that's been the guy he's gone to each time. And, you know, he was open. He was just overthrown.
You know, actually, Mark, I thought, yes, he was open at the end, but I thought the defense was pretty good. They hit him early, and then the other guy, the safety, came over and was on him. They forced him to really make, it would have had to be that touchdown pass for that to be complete.
Perfect, yeah, perfect touch. I agree with you. Sibley under center again. He's going to keep it. Goes right over the right guard. Picks up a nice.
Looks about
7 or 8 yards.
That's a pretty good spot there, Mark. That's a really good spot.
Hey, at halftime, Benet legend Pete Limco and Micah Racy came up to the booth to check in. They were on that vaulted 1987, 1988 team.
What was their take of the first half?
They loved it. They loved the play of the defense.
Listen, I think the offense has done a great job too. I think you're seeing a total team effort here.
Slot goes in motion. Slibby keeps it to the right side. And he's
now, Mark. Look at the far side. I can't believe the spot. They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah.
But boy,
Will Van Summeren had him. Just couldn't wrap him up, but great penetration by Will Van Summeren on this near side of the field. First down for the Maroons. They're at their own 44, 45-yard line, Rick. Let's call it the 44. Sibley. Hands off to Fuller over that left side. Now bounces back.
There you go.
He's wrapped up. Look at this. 2, 3 guys. Patusik brought him down at the end.
Yeah, they brought him back to the inside where that strength is, right where those linebackers are sitting there waiting for him. So, looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Sibley's got Fuller behind him. He fakes out the handoff to him. Now rolls left.
What's he waiting for?
He's got some pressure. Now he's got some running room. He breaks a tackle and knocked out of bounds by Weidenbach. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
52 had a real shot at him. Kind of paused. Didn't know if he was maybe going to let the ball go in the air on that play. But it looked like there was a hesitation there. Could have had him maybe at the line of scrimmage a little bit behind.
Yeah, that was Badescu. Sibley takes the snap, inside hand up. No, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be bottled up, Rick. He's going to be short. It's going to bring up about a 4th and 2.
Again, his knee hit about a yard back there, Mark, and look where the stick is. The ref put it in the right spot.
Hey, big Red Wing fan Danny O'Connor watching from Plainfield, Illinois today.
Hope he's enjoying the game. Let's see if we can pull one out for you, Danny.
4th and a long 2, Rick. Watch Fuller here. He's right behind Sibley. Here comes the slot in motion. He's going to give it to Fuller. Oh, and there's a flag down on the play. And Fuller busts through. He picks up a chunk of yards. I want to say about 20 yards. But
yeah, but legal motion, Mark. This is coming back.
Man, anytime they need a big play, Fuller has stepped up for them.
Yeah, but now the punting team, we'll see. I think you got to punt here, Mark. I think you want to pin Benet back as far as you can.
You're 100% right. You know, we don't have a 34 in our roster. I think that's 33, Cooper Marsh, who's been kicking it really well tonight.
Get away,
Gets
get away,
off a
get away.
Good kick.
Oh, wow.
Big bounce for the Maroons. And look at this, Rick. They're going to stop it.
Well, they just gave us an extra yard by not jumping on it. But
they're going to stop it right at the 4-yard line. That's where Bennett's going to take over. But you know what? It's a great stop by the defense.
Yep.
And now what I'd love to see is a long drive followed by a touchdown.
Well, listen, that first play goes up the middle. The second play, you fake it to him and you hit Walsh on a quick hit right over the middle. Get yourself some breathing room. And I'm with you. Nice long. You don't have to score on this drive, Mark. You just got to get out here, get a couple first downs.
Here come the Red Wings. You got Tyson on this near side. You got Patello in the slot. Rocky Rosanova split out way on the other side of the field there, far side.
Mark, this is going to go right up the gut.
Patello fakes the jet sweep. He's looking for Tyson deep. Now hits Walsh on a crossing pattern. Walsh came from the way on the other side of the field and did like a drag over the middle of the field. That took a long time, but great pass blocking by Moline.
I'm not the best offensive coordinator in the country for nothing, because that was nothing like I called. But, boy, he had a lot of time to throw that ball.
It took a long time for it to develop,
right? It's a long developing play. It was a beautiful pass by the quarterback. Walsh makes a great play. We get some breathing room, first down.
I was just going to say, now a little breathing room. Hand off to Lawler. He kicks it outside. Now plants his foot up. Maybe a gain of about 2 yards, I'd say.
Yeah.
Just over 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
We got a great crowd here tonight, Mark, for this game. Student section hasn't sat down. People still piling in.
Heppel drops straight back. Now he's scrambling. He's got some pressure. He was looking for Patello on this near sideline. Almost another great catch by Patello. He was doing one of those tightrope acts.
He saw number 8 coming right into his grill and said, uh-oh. Stepped it back outside, almost got some yardage out of them. But now we got third and looks like 8.
Maybe a long 7, a short 8, Rick. How about that?
That works perfectly.
You got Walsh asking for the play to be called. Again, he can't see the play. Now he sees it. He's going to line up in that H-back that I call. Oh, no, he's going to line up. Now he's moving on me, Rick. He's messing with me. He's going to be a tight end on the far side. Now Patello on the jet sweep. They fake it to him. Heppel throws a screen. He's got some running room. First down, and I believe that's Walsh.
Beautifully designed play. It was Walsh. Beautifully designed play, though. Wide open, catches him right on the run. Great little dump pass. It's not as easy as it looks, Mark.
No, great play by Heppel to hold on to the ball, let the play develop.
And they're going right back to the line. No rest for the weary.
Hand off to Lawler. He cuts it up, spins, gets about 6 or 7 yards.
That's a nice spin move, Mark. And if he keeps his foot there at the end, there's a lot of green in front of him.
I agree with you.
A lot of green.
2nd and 5 for the Wings. 7:07 left to go in this third quarter.
So this drive started about the 4.5 for the Red Wings. And this is exactly what you want to see.
Another hand off to Lawler. He's going to be really close to a first down.
You know, they ran.
Mark it. I know how you love.
No, they're going to call this one short, Mark. They ran that one right behind the left side of the offensive line, who had a nice push.
3rd and a yard to go. Heppel looks immediately to his left. Tyson with the completion.
Tyson on the catch.
Did you?
Why is Patello? It looks like Patello's going for that ball.
It's almost like it's design play. There must be communication down there.
I totally agree with
It's a great play. It's worked twice for the Red Wings.
Trips receivers to that far side. Hands off to Lawler over the right side. He spins and picks up another 7 yards. I mean, great blocking by those down linemen. Great ability by Lawler to see the gaps on that zone blocking.
You know what, Mark? I'm really impressed right now with the push that they're getting up front, and I think they're tiring out this Moline defense a little bit here.
Lawler again does a stutter step, now bounces it outside, spins. You know, every time Lawler looks like he stopped at the line of scrimmage, squirts forward and picks up 5-6 yards.
Yeah, that's always been a trademark of those Red Wing running backs, right? They keep their feet moving. They're always getting that extra yard. This is a big play right here.
3rd and short. Patello
A first down here would really
calling
be
over
great.
Rosanova, who's on that inside slot. This is going to go to Lawler. He puts his head down and drives. He's got that first down, Rick.
So he ran right behind number 77 on that play. That was Quinn Guerin. Nice block. Center, guard, tackle. Great push. First down, Red Wings, and this drive continues.
The gregarious center of attention.
That's exactly right. You know he'll be talking about it. Or maybe his dad will.
Fakes the handoff to Lawler. Now rolls left. Hits Walsh in the flat. Knocked out of bounds.
So
first down, Red Wings.
Mark, they found a matchup over here that they like. Where 23 comes over on Walsh. He's given up about 3.5 feet to him.
Yeah.
And they really like Walsh with that full head of steam on that drag.
3 words, Rick. Move those chains.
Yeah, they look, and they are. That's what, their 5th first down on this drive?
Yes.
I'm not good at math, but
hustles out to that.
It's right there.
No argument here. You are not a strong mathematician.
No, sir.
Lawler, that time he's really bottled up. That time, it was number 67, Mark Runkle, on the tackle. That's going to bring up, it looks like a 2nd and 11, Rick. It looks like he may have lost a yard. Heppel now fakes that. He's got some pressure, and he goes down with a sack. That's a huge sack. That is a huge sack. That's James Solis, as well as Cepeda in on the tackle.
Seems like a 3rd down and 20. 3rd and 21 for the Red Wings.
That's a killer sack.
Well,
now Heppel with Lawler to his left, drops straight back. He's got a lot of time. Now he looks downfield.
Got to come back
He's
for
got
it.
Patello in the corner.
You know, Mark, I hate to say it. An interception there. He goes out of bounds to the 3-yard line.
It's a great punt, almost.
Right? I don't mind the play.
That's going to bring in number 13, Aaron Becker. First time tonight, I think he's had a punt.
Yeah, he had a couple of big punts last weekend at Noblesville. He had a 52-yarder. That was a legit 52-yarder.
Love to bury one here, maybe within the 5-yard line. Don't kick it straight to this Chase Stevens because he's a good returner. Becker.
He's going to angle this one, Mark.
45.
You know what? It's a good punt.
Yep.
It's a good punt.
It's going to bounce out at about the 18-yard line.
Aaron Becker's punt falls inside the 20-yard line.
The Maroons are going to take over. 4:10 left to go in this third quarter. Benet leading 17-13.
Well, that was a nice drive. It took a lot of time off. They marched the ball down the field. The sack it was a killer. It doesn't leave you with a lot of options, but you know what? It kept the defense off the field for a while, Mark. They should be fresh and ready to go.
Well, as you pointed out, they've done a great job tonight. I hope they can continue here and stuff a drive here right now. There was 2 guys in motion there, Rick. Sweep over this right side. That was Woods.
There was a lot going on there, but it looked like it was only about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Looks like somebody's sitting down a little bit. That looks like a cramp right there.
Can you see who it is?
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those
World Series against the Houston Astros. Tied 6-6 in the bottom of the ninth inning. Leadoff hitter Scott Podsednik is at the plate. And while
we have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out.
Which is understandable given all the time he's been on the field tonight.
So he has to sit out a play, but I think he'll be right back in after this play, Mark.
Sibley under center. Handoff to Fuller over the left side. It's wrapped up, but he's going to gain 2 or 3 yards. Takahashi on the tackle. It's going to be just short, Rick. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
So they're throwing some different looks, it looks like, offensively at Benet from what they did in the first half. Pretty much the same play set, but just a little bit more moving around.
So some shifting by their slots. Woods and Fuller behind Sibley. They're going to go over that left side. It's going to be really close, Rick.
No.
I think they're going to be just short.
That's going to be they got the ball. Benet got the ball, Mark.
Oh, they're going to whistle him down.
Well, it's going to be a first down.
Oh, come on.
I saw where the sideline judge was lined up.
Badescu, Fry, Van Sumeren, Heiberger, Walsh at times. That front interior line is doing a great job for the Red Wings. Sibley's going to roll right.
Passing.
He's got some pressure.
And
and he was almost wrapped up. There was Smith again. Smith's having a monster game today.
Well, the quarterback is going to think twice about doing that again because he really got tattooed on that play. Great coverage by the defense on that play.
You're right.
They made the adjustment at halftime. Actually, since the first quarter, we saw it happen a couple of times where the guy rolled out, the guy was open. That was a really, really nice play by the defense.
2nd and 9. Just over 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Benet leading 17-13. Sibley takes a snap. Inside handoff to Woods.
Boom.
And he's wrapped up.
Weidenbach's back in the game.
Guess who? John Weidenbach. Have you been watching Hard Knocks on HBO with the Detroit Lions?
You know, it's tough to watch when it's something you've lived, Mark. You know, it just hits too close to home for a guy like me. So, no, I haven't seen it, but I can tell you some stories about what the locker room looks like.
Not this last episode, but the previous one. Aiden Hutchinson from Michigan.
That's right.
Came out with the black shoes, and it reminds me because Weidenbach has been wearing the black shoes. He looks old school out there. He looks, you know.
He hits old school.
Johnny Black Shoes Weidenbach. Now,
this is a big third down, Mark.
I'm telling you, they've got a couple guys shifting.
There you go.
And that's an illegal motion.
That's a good call. They called it there. Boy, now you're down at 3rd and 12. Well, I'd like to see Van Sumeren really beeline to the quarterback on this play. He's been close a few times tonight.
Moline's going to take a timeout here, so we'll take a break.
Broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics.
3rd and 12, and we've got another whistle here.
And Mark, I think that's going to be I don't see a flag, though. Was the ball not set?
I don't know if the ball was set because I don't see a flag.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think the ref gave the whistle to start the play.
You know, in a lot of these situations, they just give the ball to the defense, but I don't think this is going to be one of them. Nope. It looks like Moline's going to keep the ball.
3rd and 12, 48 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Benet leading 17-13. Lots of conversation here between the refs and Moline. I think he's telling them hold off. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know either. This is a long time to decide, do we call a penalty? No.
I think they just wanted to tell him we're set.
I think you're right. I think it was just a conversation. Now the clock's, and they actually set the clock back to a minute mark.
Yes,
so it was at 48
right.
seconds. So that's what they were waiting on.
Sibley drops straight back. He's got some pressure. Now he's going to throw it straight downfield. That was Ben Jones on coverage, and that time he had Chase Stevens.
Great job by Ben Jones stopping that one. Ball was a little bit overthrown. Big stop by the Red Wings. They're going to get the ball back here, and they're going to get some good field position, Mark.
Interesting. This time we've had Takahashi back by himself. Now he's dropping Manuel with him to split the side of the field.
I really like it. I think it's the right move.
And, you know, this punter's done a nice job today. Takahashi and Manuel giving him some distance here.
Jeez.
This time he gets off a low line drive kick.
Get away from
Jones,
it. Get away from it.
And they're going to get the ball in great field position. It's going to look like at the 39-yard line of Benet. That's a great starting point for a drive.
Yeah, considering last time we started the ball at the 4.5 and moved the ball down pretty well, except for the sack. You've got good field position here. Depending on what your first play is, you might have one play here, run into the fourth quarter.
Yes.
A scoreless third quarter. And we did see some nice plays by the Benet offense.
Coach New calls a play from the sidelines. The huddle breaks from the sidelines. They've got trips receivers to this near side. Hands off to Lawler on the left side.
Ooh, that's almost helmet to helmet there. Nice
Tyson
block.
had a really nice block.
Yep.
Really, really sealed off that defensive end. Great job by
Mark,
Tyson.
I think that play is stopped in the backfield unless Tyson makes that block.
Yep. Good call, Coach. Now Lawler's got a little hobble in his step.
You know what? I wouldn't mind running that out if this is a play to Lawler. And I think they're going to, Mark. I don't think you're going to see a snap here.
5 seconds, 4 seconds. And that's going to wrap up the third quarter. Benet leading 17-13 with the ball at their own 45-yard line. 2nd 5 will take a break.
This is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world.
Touchdown.
He completes it to Tyson, who keeps driving his feet. He's in the 10-yard line. And Tyson, who made that big block just moments ago, now comes up with a great reception, and give credit to Heppel for a dime of a pass.
What a great play to start coming out here in the fourth quarter. I'm down here hobnobbing with the fans, and we almost missed the play of the day. What a huge play. Boy, a touchdown right here would sure give this Benet defense a lot of momentum.
Walsh in that H-back position.
Look at this.
Hands it off to Lawler over the right side. Touchdown, Red Wings. Touchdown, Red Wing Nation.
That's a touchdown. That is a huge score for the Red Wings. Boy, talk about coming on that fourth quarter and making a statement. I'm going to do some quick math here. 23 seconds, 2 big plays.
You watch that tape again. They've got Walsh in that H-back, and they run right behind him, and he just blocks.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful play. I love that. Here's the kick. It's up.
They got it,
and
Mark.
it's good. And Benet takes the lead, 24-13. I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, that is a statement by the defense and a great start by the offense. This is a all-around
Great job by
performance.
both sides of the ball. I agree, Rick.
Include special teams on that, Mark. Well, I think you're going to see a little bit more of Moline coming out and passing the ball here. You're going to see a little bit more of a sense of urgency. They can't really have a lot of long drives here. You have a whole quarter to play here. Anything can happen, as we know.
Sibley has shown the ability to throw a deep ball.
He's got a nice arm. He gets out of the pocket well. He's actually had a really nice game.
And speaking of which, number 3, Stevens, has shown a great ability to run the deep route and make the catch. So watch him on this return. The last time, if you watched, Benet did kind of a pooch tick because Stevens has gotten the ball to the 30-yard line each time. Let's see what they do here. Here's another pooch kick, Rick. It's going to be fielded. He drops it. And they're still loose on the ground.
Mark, I don't know where that ended up. I think Moline kept it.
Looks like Moline's got it.
We're going to see it here, though.
That was close. I liked it.
Boy, that would have been a backbreaker for Moline.
Moline will take over at their own 30. 11:33 left to go in this game. Benet leading 24-13. Should be interesting, Rick, what the Maroons do. I think you're right. I think they're going to have to try and get some more passing. Sibley's looking over at the sidelines. There's some confusion because Woods came out. Now he comes off. Here comes, you'll see Chase Stevens. He's going to be, nope, I was going to say the far side of the field. Now he comes back this way. He's in the slot. Keep your eye on Chase Stevens here in the slot, Rick. High snap. Sibley keeps it. Goes over the right side. He's got a big gain. It's about an 8 or 9 yard carry. It looked like a broken play. The snap was high.
Yeah, I think they should be real happy getting that 8 yards the way they did and holding on to the ball after the kickoff and that play.
Second and let's call it a long 2. They're at their 38 yard line. Sibley from the shotgun. Now he's going to throw it out to Chase Stevens, who's hit immediately.
Ben Jones looked like he was the first person on the play.
Yeah, and he spun away from it, so he had him. He got another 2 yards to get that first down.
See, Ricky Guerin got some ice cream.
Don't fill up too much. We got a game Sunday.
That's exactly right. The Hinsdale Falcons coming into town, Mark.
Once again, another shotgun formation. We haven't seen this tonight. Sibley looks to his right. He's got a receiver open. Really nice route, nice pass, nice catch.
That's a good ball. That's a really nice ball. Split the coverage. They had to be careful watching that screen play.
It was right underneath Godziak there, who was playing corner. Yep. Nice execution. You got to give him credit for that.
I've been really impressed with this quarterback from Moline.
Chase Stevens now in that slot on the far side. Sibley at about the 45, hands it off to Fuller. He's going over that left side.
Great shot. That's a great play.
Ben Jones on the tackle. Great open field tackle.
And they're going to call a penalty. I think this is going to be unsportsmanlike. Mark, I don't know.
How can you call that when the other team's been doing it all night long? You're right, it's unsportsmanlike. And I think Ben's got to be careful with that, but that's garbage because the other team's been doing the first down signs and the chest pumping all night, Rick. Maybe the refs finally said, we've had it, and I don't know. Maybe he talked to both coaches and said, I'm going to be watching it in the second half.
I don't see the Benet coaching staff arguing the play, Mark.
Yeah.
And that's usually the first thing you look at, right? I'm sure they're not happy, but I don't see them arguing with the officials. So something was said. It was tough for us to see it from up here.
1st and 10 at the Benet 30-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Maroons. Sibley from shotgun. He's going to run that option to the far side.
That's what you're supposed to do.
He's got some running room.
It looks like a block in the back, but Van Summer was all over the quarterback.
Godziak on the stop.
Godziak on the tackle.
He's up a 2nd down.
Looks like they're going to call. They stopped the clock. Yep.
I think he ran out of bounds. Yeah.
Yep.
Godziak is the corner on that side. It's going to bring up a 2nd and about five, I think. I don't like the way this drive's going, Rick. 9:38 left to go in the ball game. Sibley takes a snap, inside handoff. This is Fuller. Bounces off a tackle, bounces off a 2nd tackle.
Boy, he's a tough running back,
He is.
Mark.
Ben Jones on the tackle.
He never stopped his feet moving. That's a nice run by Fuller.
No, 3 different guys.
3 different guys, that's right. He made a couple of really, really nice plays.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Interesting. I thought he got out of bounds there. The clock.
You know what? I
is
didn't
running.
think the first one was. So yeah. I'm with you.
Just over 9 minutes left to go in this ball game. 3rd and 3. This is a big play, Rick. Now he's going to go under center, Rick.
Look how low he is.
Hands off to Woods over the left side. He's got some running room. He's got a lot of running room, and that was a powerful run by Mason Woods.
You know, this defense, Mark, has seen so many looks the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
Right? They've gotten the shotgun, they've gotten under center. Teams are throwing a lot of different things at them. And I love this timeout call. I loved it last week when they called it. I think this is, hey guys, let's regroup. Let's catch our breath. If they're going to score, it's got to be 3 or 4 plays. Let's get some time off the clock here.
Well, you pointed out the defense has been on the field a lot tonight, and they're exhausted. Let them regroup. Let's get our defensive coordinator out there, prep for what we're going to see. Let's make a stop, right? It's going to be 1st and 10. They're going to be at the Benet. Looks like they're at about the 13-yard line, Rick. 8:47 left to go in this ball game. Benet holding on to a 24-13 lead. The Maroons are going to come right from the timeout to the line of scrimmage. Sibley's going to go under center. Little shift there. Now hand off to Woods. That's the same play over the left side. They saw something, Rick. They obviously ran the same play there, and it's just that power right in that gap between the guard and the center. I'm sorry, guard and the tackle. And we got a ball game, Rick.
A lot of time left in this game, Mark. I wonder if they'll line up for 2 and run a very similar play. It looks like they're keeping that offense on the field.
24-19. You're right, they're going for 2
You want to cut it down to 3, get as close as you can here. You're right, though, Mark. They did see something because they came out of that timeout and ran the same exact play.
Here's the 3rd time they've
Stopped
run
him
it.
there. Nope, he spun in.
It's the same ball carrier. This time Woods was in the slot. They just ran him around to the left side, and he cut up. This time he went in the A gap, it looks like. And just like that, it's 24-21, and the Maroons are right back in this ball game.
Well, after going out in the 3rd quarter with no scoring, both teams come out with a touchdown.
You know, it always solves this. A nice long drive with the touchdown, Rick Aaron. Student section is getting fired up, though. I love to see that. And like you said, we've got a huge crowd out here tonight. Beautiful night. Not a big breeze, but it's about 70 degrees. It's gorgeous, Rick.
Okay, listen, if you're Benet here and you're talking to these guys, you're winning 24-21. You're getting the ball. Your offenses look good. You've controlled the line of scrimmage here. You just got to come out and run your game. The first thing you do is make sure you secure this kickoff.
Manuel and Takahashi deep. Here's another little pooch kick, and it's going to be a fair catch. I think that was Aaron Becker. Nice job over there. Smart, heady play, right?
Yeah, that's a nice play because that guy from the end was coming gangbusters.
He's coming in hard, yeah.
And you know it, and they're talking down there, and they're saying things, and
well, you're on the maroon sideline.
You're on the maroon sideline. Really, that's a great play by Becker.
By Aaron. Yeah,
those are plays in a game that sometimes get overlooked.
Yeah.
But when you go back in the locker room with the W and you start watching the tape, those are the plays that coaches point out and say, that's a heck of a job.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Heppel standing at his own 32. Now Lawler shifts over to his right. Hands off to Laurie, cuts back. He's got some running room here, but then he's bottled up. There's about 5 tacklers there by them.
Yeah, he got a yard mark, maybe a yard or 2.
Tyson Bourbouille on the stop. He's up a second down, call it 8.
Again, Mark, a touchdown would be great, right? A touchdown puts this thing in trouble, but a couple of first downs in a drive would really be terrific here.
Heppel keeps it after the fake to Lawler. Throws it over the middle. That was Pat Patello with the catch. He's got some great hands, doesn't he, Rick?
And that should not stop the clock. He was down in bounds and then put out of bounds after the play. There's no
a flag at midfield, Rick. There's a flag. That's the problem. And it looks like it's on Benet. They're bringing it back.
Illegal man downfield.
No, the receiver downfield for Benet. That play will come back.
God, that's killer, because that was a great, great play. I didn't see who was downfield, Rick, but that's a killer, because that was a really, really nice play and a first down.
Mark, I didn't see it. It's not a play that usually gets called. You had a guy down here. It's
2nd and 13 now for the Red Wings.
That's a tough break for the Red Wings, but it's second down still.
I think there's a new rule in high school football too. They've given it's like 3.5 yards now to go downfield. So if there's an illegal man downfield, he was definitely downfield at that point. They've given him a little bit more leeway with these run pass options. Heppel drops straight back. He looks to his right. Now he's going to have some pressure, and he's bottled up. And he's hit and brought down. Now look at
Tyson Bourbouille brings up a 3rd and long for Benet.
What started out to look like a promising drive from Benet after that penalty and now that sack is brought up a 3rd, and I'll dare say it, a country mile.
Well, Mark, I'll tell you what, I'm passing the ball here. I'm looking for hopefully a pass interference or a first down play. They've got 3 timeouts left in 7 minutes. It's not like burning the clock here is going to do a big thing, right? So I'm looking to throw the ball.
They got a 3-man rush. Heppel throws it deep down this sideline, and there's sure looked like 17 was all over Walsh.
I don't know how
in the world can they not call that?
I don't know how you don't call a hold there.
4th and long for Benet.
It sure looks like Walsh was held as he was coming out. That's a tough no call for the Red Wings.
Number 17, Grant Raber, had his right arm wrapped around Walsh as he was running down the field. And this same ref who was on this near sideline and did not overrule the call on the non-fumble doesn't make a call there. Here's Becker.
That's a good punt.
End
take a
over
bounce.
end
Take
kick.
a bounce. Take a bounce. It keeps going.
It's going to be within the 30. It's going to stop at about the 27-yard line of the Maroons.
All right, we need some defense here. We need some pressure.
So, you have been watching a great game here. 6:31 left to go in this ball game. Benet clinging to a 24-21 lead. Their defense has done a spectacular job tonight. Can they stop them one more time? Sibley under center. They do the shift. He fakes it to Woods over the right side. Now he throws it deep. Oh, I thought it was almost picked off, Rick Yaron.
That ball hung up in the air for quite a bit.
Takahashi was in coverage. And Godziak was on coverage.
Yeah, that ball hung up, Mark. That could have gone one of three ways, and we'll take the incomplete pass.
6:24 left to go in this ball game. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
We have got to.
Wait a minute. They just called something, Rick. What is the world is this call? What was that call?
What was the call?
Unsportsmanlike conduct?
Mark, I didn't see a flag. I didn't see anything.
Hand off to Woods, and he's wrapped up in for a loss. Weidenbach's helmet came off. He may have to come out for a play. Adam. Dan Summer. Adam.
Adam, what was the call? What's the call?
They called roughing the passer on that last play. That's what the call was that we missed. But in the meantime, we had the run, loss of a yard, maybe two. Weidenbach lost his helmet, so he has to, by rule, come out for one play.
6 minutes left to go in this ball game. The Maroons at their own 40-yard line, 41-yard line. Here's a handoff to Fuller over the left side. He's getting pursued here, and he's hit by 2 or 3 guys. Takahashi did a great job to keep contained. Smith came up and made a nice stop.
Brings up a 3rd and 11 for the Maroons.
He was stopped inbounds, so the clock's going to keep rolling. 5:30 left to go in this ball game. 3rd and 11.
Mark, if they don't get it here, they're going to punt the ball. With 3 timeouts left, I think you've got to punt the ball if they stop him here.
John Ninehouse brings in the play for Sibley. Sibley from the shotgun. Rolls right. He's got some time. Delivers, but it's short of the first down. And he's...
Clock is going to keep going.
Yeah, he was
So
inbound.
now you've got a decision, right? You've got 4th and 4. Let's see where they place this ball. It looks like 4.
4th and 4.
Boy, Mark, this is a tough call for a coach. You've got you have 2 timeouts left, I think.
They're going to go for it, Rick. Coming in for the Red Wings, Christopher Fry. Watch him.
They're getting some of their bigs up front.
They're going to give it to Fuller.
Mark,
Coach, they're going to give it to Fuller.
I think you're
I'll tell
right.
you right now. He keeps it. The quarterback keeps it.
He's got it.
Let's see the spot here, Rick. They've been very generous with the spots all night.
I know they don't like it, but they've got to bring the chains out.
No, they don't. You know, that's garbage. They've been given a generous spot all night.
These guys either don't know how to bring the chains out, but by that spot where the chain was, and I know it's not perfect, that ball looks short to me. Or at least debatable.
1st and 10 from the Maroons. They're in Benet territory. right at the 48-yard line. 3:59 left to go in this ball game. Sibley under center. Now he hands off to Woods over the right side. He's got 2 or 3 blockers, and he's hit hard, but after maybe a 4-yard gain.
Woods on the carry. Ryan Petusik on the stop.
Number 43, Petusik, with a big hit. Fry coming off.
He's up at 2nd and 6. For the Maroons.
Second, and let's call it 6, Rick. Clock is running. Just over 3 minutes left to go. Sibley under center. He's going to hand it to Woods over the right side. He's been the real workhorse in the second half, and he's wrapped up quickly. Weidenbach, Takahashi in on the tackle.
Mark, I feel like Hawk Harrelson during a Sox game that I'm having trouble speaking right now with the suspense of this game with 3 minutes left, but it has been a thriller of a game. The clock is going. Neither team
seems to be in any hurry, you know?
Well, and
2:42 left to go in this ball.
Moline's approaching this like this is their last shot at the ball.
Yeah. 3rd and about 7, Rick. Sibley. Now they did a counter back the other way. That was to number 33. I haven't seen him carry the ball yet today.
No, interesting play call.
Cooper Marsh on the carry, and Takahashi on the stop, but not before Marine's first down.
Cooper Marsh has carried a couple times previously, but they gave it to Woods, who then they did another handoff.
I can't take it.
Hang in there, Rick. Come on, coach. Pull it together.
We need this right now. We need to see a defensive stop right now.
Sibley under center, takes the snap, hands off to Woods.
That's
going
it.
over the left
That's
side.
it.
Is
That's
bottled
it.
up.
Yeah.
Look at that. 5, 6
you can
guys.
see him. He's looking for something to break up, and just the overall pursuit by the defensive line and linebackers was terrific by the Red Wings.
Big stop. 1:53, and the clock is running. Rick Aaron. Woo! This is good football. 2nd and 12 from the Maroons.
Mark, I think you're going to look at a pass right here.
Sibley under center, takes the snap, fakes it. Now he rolls right.
There's a
He's
push
looking
off by number
downfield.
3. Boy, that was nice defense. Number 3, who's been the primary target. There was
that's Chase Stevens.
Stevens gave a big push off with his left arm.
Godziak in coverage back there. Really nice job. This is going to bring up a 3rd and 12. The clock stopped because of the incomplete pass. 1:28 left to go, Rick. And the student section is up and loud. Sibley under center. No shock. He's got Fuller and Woods behind him. Now it's that same play with the double reverse, and that's not, it didn't fool anybody that time.
No, they got back to the original line of scrimmage, Mark.
Yep.
It's going to be 4th and 10 with a minute left. I think you're going to see Moline call one here. You want to make sure you call the right play. And I'm telling you, if I'm a referee right now, you keep that flag in the pocket.
Right now, I think you're going to see them come out. They're going to have Sibley roll out because he's more dangerous when he's rolling, and he's going to be looking for Chase Stevens.
Hey,
look at Chase Stevens on the far side of the field.
If I'm Benet and I don't like the alignment, I'm calling one too. Yep, exactly.
Timeout.
So they let him set up. Benet called the timeout to see what they were going to line up with. Saw something, they said, let's talk about this. This is too big of a play. I'll tell you, these first 2 weeks, I'm not an old man, but I'm not a young man. There's something.
You look like a young man.
I appreciate that, Mark. But right now, I feel I'm hurting. I'm sorry about this. We're sharing the microphone. Here we go. 45 seconds left in this game.
We need pursuit, and we need a strong pass rush. We cannot give this quarterback time.
No.
Sibley is dangerous when he is rolling. If we can get some pressure on him and the same kind of coverage we did last time, I like it. I like our chances. The Benet players on the sidelines are urging the fans to get up, make some noise, and they're responding.
Everybody's up. This is high school football. Friday Night Lights, baby.
Sibley is now in the shotgun. He takes a snap.
Straight back.
He's got a pass rush. Now he throws it down the middle of the field. Great coverage, and they're going to turn the ball over. Great stop by the Red Wings.
That is great defense. You know what, Mark? They didn't roll him out for the first time. He came straight back.
Wow. Wow.
Well, interesting play call. They had 3 receivers going out. They looked to that right side. Was it Stevens, the primary receiver there?
Stevens was on that far side, and I think he was running basically a vertical route, and they were trying to hit him with it, and he was overthrown. I think one of the best things, it was a pass rush, so he didn't have time to really set up and make a good throw.
Kid's got a nice arm.
Yeah.
He's playing really well. This has been an unbelievable ball game. We have 40 seconds left in this thing. We've got to finish the job right now.
Hold on to the ball. Walsh in that H position. Heppel takes a snap, hands off to Lawler, who's going to go right behind Walsh, and he's going to drive his feet. And look at that, he's got 7 yards, Rick Aaron. They're going to call timeout with just 33 seconds left to go.
Well, Mark, you're not in a position. Actually, that was a good 7 yards. You're not in a position just to take a knee as a quarterback.
No.
Because they can stop the clock. So a first down, the game's over. You can do this. Neil Fitzgerald, listen to the last 40 seconds of this game. I'm sure he's at the edge of his seat like the rest of us.
Like everyone else?
And probably most people in California. I don't know if they're breaking into the Serena match right now at the U.S. Open for the end of this one, but they should be, because this is unbelievable.
Heppel's got Lawler to his left. He's at the 39-yard line. Hands off to Lawler.
Well,
hold on to the ball. Doesn't get much
I don't know.
there. That's going to bring up.
You're going the wrong way. I almost look at keeping the quarterback keeping the ball there and just going right up the middle.
Now we're down to 26 seconds, Rick.
Do they have one more timeout?
Let me see. Moline, it looks like, has one timeout left. According to the scoreboard, both teams have one timeout left. 26.9 seconds left to go. And it's going to bring up a third, and it looks like 7 to me, Rick. Soak it up. Soak it up. This is fun stuff, Rick Aaron.
Well, Mark, this is why these coaches do what they do for moments like this.
Double tight end formation for the Red Wings. They're going to hand off to Lawler over the right side.
Stay in bounds.
He's got a first down, Rick Aaron. That's a great run by Lawler.
Look at the spot by the back official. If they don't call this a first down or they take the chains out, Mark, I'm retiring. They've called it all day. The guy on the far side literally stepped up.
Wow. Wow, Rick. I got to tell you something. That's horrible. There they go. They called it a first down.
That's going to be it. Boy, Benet got the break when it was needed.
I just can't believe they were going to mess around and not call that a first down, because it was clearly a first down.
Let's take the snap. Let's take a knee. Let's come out of here with the first win of the season, Mark.
Next week,
you don't have to snap it, guys. You don't have to snap the ball.
Bennett's going to take on Brother Rice. They're going to be home. Next week, Moline's taking on Quincy.
Mark, my heart made it through another game. Unbelievable. Thanks for being here.
Great job by the Red Wings. Thank you, Benedictine University. Thanks, Sports Broadcast Solutions. That'll wrap it us for tonight. Benet wins 24-21 in a nail-biter. Great job by the Red Wings. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody. Wow.
3rd, 2005. The Chicago White Sox are hosting Game 2 of the World Series against the Houston Astros. Tied 6-6 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Leadoff hitter Scott Podsednik is at the plate. And while Podsednik went to the All-Star game earlier this season, Sox manager Ozzie Guillen is definitely not anticipating a walk-off home run finish to this particular ballgame. The Sox lead 1-0 in the series, but a potential 2-0 series edge, or the game potentially going into extra innings, is just a taste of the drama both teams have experienced lately. This is just the second World Series game in Astros franchise history. And for the White Sox, last night's Game 1 win was the ball club's first World Series victory since Game 5 of the 1959 Fall Classic. Houston, meanwhile, is still looking for its first ever World Series win. Therefore, a lot is riding on this 2-1 pitch. So let's rewind. Scott Podsednik, sometimes known simply as Scotty Pods by fans of the Southsiders, is starting to become a fan favorite. The White Sox had a formidable lineup of Carlos Lee, Bagley Ordonez, Paul Konerko, and Frank Thomas going into the 2005 offseason, but after finishing in second place to those pesky Minnesota Twins in 3 consecutive seasons, General Manager Ken Williams pulled off one of the biggest blockbuster trades in Chi Sox history by dumping Lee's contract to the Milwaukee Brewers and acquiring the speedster in Podsednik. Just like that, Williams dumped a 30-homer, 100 RBI guy for the relatively unknown commodity in Podsednik. The theory was Podsednik would help bring a new dimension of speed and small ball mentality to the Sox. Williams wanted to change the direction of the franchise with a speedy and up-and-coming ball player who could frustrate opposing pitching staffs on the base pass, similar to what the Twins were doing with Lou Ford, Torrey Hunter, Luis Rivas, and Christian Guzman. And Williams' bold trade turned out to be a great one. The first half of the season saw Podsednik steal 4 bases in a game on 2 different occasions, with Scotty Pods making the All-Star team as the final vote candidate. His batting average hovered around 300, and he stole 59 bases for the Sox. The trade was still good for Milwaukee, as Lee finished with a career-high 32 home runs and 114 RBI. But the Brewers missed the playoffs brushing. Houston led 3-2 in the series, but they lost both games in St. Louis, including a demoralizing 6-4 loss in 12 innings during Game 6. The Astros entered the 2005 season with high hopes, and even though Carlos Beltran signed as a free agent with the Mets, Houston still had the killer bees of Craig Biggio, Lance Berkman, and Jeff Bagwell in the heart of its batting order. A 15-30 start to the year worried Astros fans, but after a 22-7 record in July, the Stros were back on track to clinching another wild card berth. The Astros barely hung on to win the wild card, as they had to win on the last day of the season to hold off Charlie Manuel's Phillies. As if the baseball gods love it being Astros versus Braves, the Astros had to once again play the Braves through the 2005 NLDS. And like last season, the Astros began a new tradition of eliminating the Braves in the division series. This time around, it was a 4-game elimination, as Chris Burke had a walk-off solo shot in the bottom of the 18th to send the Astros back to the NLCS against St. Louis. It was the longest game in MLB postseason history. Looking for revenge against the Redbirds, the Astros won games 2 through 4 and almost won the pennant at Minute Maid Park, but Albert Pujols cranked a 3-run bomb from the arm of Brad Lidge, and the Astros had to win their first National League pennant on the road. Some analysts consider that home run to still be on the mind of Lidge going into the World Series.
It would have been nice to get Lidge in the game in Game 6 in St. Louis in the NLCS to get that taste out of his mouth from the Pujols home run. I don't think that taste is there.
Then again, Lidge was basically unhittable during most of the playoffs. There's no way Petsetnik, who didn't hit a homer during the regular season, could hit a dinger against the all-star closer, right? And of all the people to give up a home run to Petsetnik, Lidge would definitely be at the bottom of the list according to gamblers' odds. And for Lidge to even be in the spot is unbelievable. Remember, the Astros were down to their last out in the top of the 9th, but Jose Vizcaino put his name in baseball history by drilling a 2-out, 2-run single to left field to tie the score at 6. Perhaps Bobby Jenks was dead tired after having to get a 4-out save last night. Jenks inevitably blew the saves, but the Sox obtained its fair share of breaks earlier in the game to even be in that spot. The first such break occurred at the bottom of the 2nd inning. This ball should have been caught by Hall of Fame second baseman Biggio, but he somehow dropped the fly ball, allowing Brzezinski to score the go-ahead run. With 2 runners on base in the bottom of the 7th, home plate umpire Jeff Nelson determined that Dan Wheeler's fastball hit the batting glove of Jermaine Dye. Once again, instant replay verified that Nelson made the wrong call, as it sure seemed like the baseball hit the knob of the bat instead of hitting Dye. Garner was practically forced to go to the bullpen, and with the bases now loaded, he called upon Chad Qualls to try and jam the next hitter. Dye's hit by a pitch brought Konerko to the plate, and he capitalized on the first pitch with a 4-run 4-bagger to give Chicago its first lead since the 2nd inning. The breaks are seemingly going Chicago's way, but the Astros have fought hard to be in the position they're in right now. While he performed poorly during the last round, Lidge had a perfect 0 ERA during the 2004 NLCS and 2005 NLDS. He pitched 12 perfect innings during those rounds combined. During the 2004 regular season, he even received votes for the Cy Young Award. He's been very good in 2005, but his wins above replacement mark dropped significantly from 3.8 to now barely above 2. And to reiterate,
And here's a drive deep right field. This is going to go. That's the first home run he has hit this season.
Petsetnik's lone homer of the season came during Game 1 of the 2005 ALDS against the Red Sox, a home run that didn't even factor into the game's final result. It was all intents purposes a meaningless homer. But Scotty Pods crushed a career-high 12 dingers last season for the Brew Crew, so the power is somewhat there for Petsetnik. Will Lidge's mind be on straight, or will he be second-guessing himself after what happened to him in Houston against Pujols? Meaning, could Lidge accidentally leave a juicy fastball right in Petsetnik's wheel? Can Petsetnik do what Konerko did 2 innings ago? Or will he try to do what he normally does and get a hit within the constraints of the ballpark? Petsetnik is ahead in the count 2-1 with 2005 All-Star closer Lidge on the mound. Welcome to a moment in history.
The 2-1. A swing and a high fly ball. Deep right center field. This is way back in the gap. And it's a gunner! A White Sox winner! A winner on a Petsetnik home run! And the White Sox go up 2-0 in the 2005 World Series.
The White Sox went on to win Games 3 and 4 to record its first ever World Series sweep and its first World Series title since 2007. Houston would not win a World Series game and subsequent title until 2017. Thanks for watching this Rewinder video. Make sure to subscribe below to never miss the action of Sports Broadcast Solutions.